Like somebody said it's a race-based party because some racist arrived here and determined that there should be racism, right? I didn't. Māori didn't. So Te Pāti Māori is a party for the Indigenous people, and they've got constitutional rights upon which they consented to people like Damien to come here. Nice people that we are.
Good people.
Yeah, but they turned on us. and the problem that we've got right now is that we're not allowed to be Māori. We've got to be nice white. We're brown people. And that's what they want us to be. But the problem is that ain't ever going to be, right? So I just want to be a proud Māori. And I want to say I'm a proud Māori rather than feel in saying that I have just jilted him, offended him.
How?
And how, I don't know, because
I don't care.
when you're privileged and you're a supremacist and everything's been going your way,
Hold on.
some people do get a bit upset.
You can say I'm privileged, but you shouldn't say I'm a supremacist.
No.
You got to be your taxpayers.
Yeah,
Comrades,
but also,
comrades, we must move on to issue
Shane,
3.
You're about to say
oh
something?
no, I'm just about to say that on most Māori issues, you are on the other side of the divide from us. You
Name one.
You support the ongoing genocide of our Palestinian brothers and sisters through your support of Israel. That makes you a supremacist.
No, that makes you an anti-Semite.
Comrades,
There
you go.
Oh, I knew it was coming. But
Yeah, well, I
Jesus
told you
Christ,
it was
it's a
coming.
lazy
So
argument.
it's a very lazy argument. So it was a really interesting conversation, though, and I quite liked that. From looking at the presentation, it looked like Damien Grant was being like matey with him and making a joke, and I can make a joke with my Māori friend sort of thing. And they were just like, no. How about no? How about no?
No, because you can see his angle like 4 miles away. Like Damien Grant thinks he's a deep thinker. I don't see it myself. Like he is a supremacist. You can sit there like if you're defending the status quo of race relations in New Zealand, you are a supremacist. Damien Grant moves in a completely European system. He doesn't have to try and adapt to another culture or anything like that. He can just move around. It's his own culture, and he's perfectly happy with that. Yeah. And I can understand that sense of comfort because guess what? That's the world that I move around in as well. And this is where people get really bent out of shape when we start talking about using more te reo or trying to get the pronunciation right, the place names right, or that sort of thing, or being a bit more cognizant of other cultures. And they might have needs that are different from ours. They might have backgrounds that are different from ours. As you have to go out of your way. Some people are quite happy to do that. Some people take it as a mortal insult. And I think when someone turns around and goes, "You're a supremacist," I think that's twigged as, oh, fuck, that's a little bit close to home. Yeah. And I think they're quite right to draw a parallel between his support of Israel and this, because, again, that is supporting a supremacist society that's trying to inflict their will on another people. He can see the mirror there, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not. There's a fucking mirror pointing right at him on that one.
I think as well, for me, and Chewy, I've been talking to a few people around Dunedin, friends and some family as well, about what we do here. And when we start talking about this, I always talk about how this podcast by some, me, probably you, but I know personally through me, have been labelled anti-Semitic by several people, if not groups, whatever. And what you just saw was that kind of tactic where Zionists will use possibly one of the most serious offensive sort of accusations. Like saying racist to me doesn't feel as heavy as anti-Semite. I don't know why, but you can have maybe many flavors of racism, but there's only one flavor of anti-Semite. Yeah. And they
use
it
a weight of history behind that word.
And they use it as a cover-all, get out of jail free card. And what you just heard there was Shane, I think it was, saying that you support the genocide in Gaza. Nothing about Judaism in that statement. Nothing about, faith. There's no faith-based positions in there. It's talking about, now you can even, when I say you can argue, I don't mean I would argue, but one could form an argument to push back on the genocide word if they wanted to. But no, all of that gets skipped over and they go straight to because you're an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
Because you've said that I support the country that, in your opinion, is committing genocide, you're an anti-Semite. And it's just, it's almost, to the Jewish community, it's almost disrespectful, because how much power does that take away from actual anti-Semitism? Saying, oh, you disagree with Netanyahu, anti-Semite. You know, how much power does that take away from honest, real truthful anti-Semitism?
Yeah, absolutely. Damien threw that out like he's at Hogwarts practicing a spell.
Like he had it loaded, ready to go.
Yeah. He was ready to go. Anti-Semite, duck and cover. Like it's fucking bullshit.